All right, hey everybody, welcome back to House of Prep. My name is Jerry, and it's the weekend, so I hope you guys are enjoying yourselves. Here in Tennessee, I live just outside of Nashville. Excuse me. We've had a lot of rain and stuff that's come through these last couple of days, and those that are in certain areas around Nashville have received a lot of flooding. So a lot of you have reached out and said, "Hey Jerry, I hope you guys are doing okay. We're praying for you." Fortunately, from the area that I'm in, I'm not right next to any major rivers. So my little town, little area is doing well. Just everything's getting wet, right? But that just kind of reminds you preparing for anything that happens. So folks and some people that do live slightly around rivers and things, there has been some fatalities. There has been some people swept away. Sometimes things can happen just in a blink of an eye. So it's just another example. You just always have to be prepared for something in life. There's just always something going on. So that's why we're going to talk about Prepper Pantry today. And I wanted to show you real quick an upgrade to my pantry. If you can see this extra backlight that's in here, I put it on the inside of the pantry. You can see my hand glowing right here. It's on the inside of the jamb right in the corner, and it adds way more light in there. We were having some issues just seeing some things. Which leads me to my first thing. If you have trouble seeing your preps, like reading them, and you're trying to look at that tiny little print that sometimes is like maybe in black writing on a black label. I mean, who does that? But they do, right? So if you find things that are very difficult to read, always make sure you have a magic marker, a Sharpie, something that's a permanent marker that you can either write like on top of the can so you can see it better, or on the front, like right on maybe on the paper wrapper that goes around the can. Try to make it easy for your pantry to see. Now we have so many new preppers that are still just coming into the communities, that are still timid, that still feel a little overwhelmed. And that's the purpose of this video and a lot of my videos, to try to just encourage you and to let you know, hey, you don't have to jump all the way into the deep end on day one, okay? Day one is like, look, get your pantry that's right by your kitchen, get it in order. First of all, go through everything, get it organized, try to put things in like and get it to where it's easy for not just you, but your family to be able to come in and see what you have. That's the first step, is find out what you do have. And then you can kind of start making a list, right? Get you a clipboard with a printout, a paper, a pen, a pad, whatever your organizational methods are, and start writing down, because you want to first replace things that you're missing. Like a good prepper pantry, every pantry needs to have some sort of rice. Okay, whether it's white rice is our go-to. If you guys hate the white rice, find some kind of a rice, because you know that it's cheap. It's easy to store. You can do it in bulk, which that's a different video. Get some kind of beans. Beans could be in a bag, or you can get beans in a can. So just any type of way that you can start storing up. Make sure you have something of everything. Make sure your spices and things are full. Make sure you have all the different spices that you'd like to use, and get them organized and such. Then once you get to that point, start looking for backups. Okay, so instead of like in our fridge, we have a big bottle of ranch, because in our household, and I know some of your households, family members use ranch on everything. Am I right? Pizza crust ranch, salads ranch, chicken ranch. So ranch just seems to be like that go-to condiment, that thing that people just, you have it right there on the plate. It's a comfort. It's nice to have that little blob of ranch right there on the plate for whatever they're eating. If they just decide to dip it and eat it, they got it. So you keep backups, right? You don't just wait till the one in the fridge runs out. We used to do that. We would just wait until, hey, it runs out, put it on the grocery list. But then the next meal, we're like, well, we need ranch. Well, we haven't gone to the grocery store yet. And you just always have a backup. Okay, that's step one. Now, this isn't even talking about like long-term stuff and making your own ranch and things like that. This is just your common, baby steps into prepping, just getting used to the plan Bs, right? Because so much we live our life with plan A. It's one and done. We have one and that's it. And no, work on the backups of everything. Do you know that you're just extended? Maybe instead of having a couple weeks worth of food or a few weeks worth of food, you just doubled that. You might have went from 6 to 8 weeks, right? So now you've got a couple months worth of food just by going through and adding backups. Because here's what you can do. Things that have a longer shelf life, like all your canned items and things that have an extended life, on the items that you use the most, like just like your go-tos, what you every week you throw it into the menu, go ahead and get multiple backups of those items, of the items that are the most popular that you have. Now, at some point, you got to be careful. You don't want to overload your prepper pantry. Mine's not very large, as you can see, but it can hold a decent amount. But once you get to a point that it just seems like it's just bulging, things are stacked up on each other and leaning, right? Every corner, every crevice just falling down and such. Look, get away from that. As soon as you get to that point, now look, congratulations that you have stuff, right? That you've built it up. But now let's take it to another level. Let's get organized. We have a bonus room in our house. Sometimes I do my videos up there. I just did my Friday night live stream up there on Friday night. Well, so my wife so graciously allowed me to have a cabinet that we keep up there that necessarily she wouldn't prefer that it be up there, but it allows me to take the overflow of things, things that I'm putting more long-term and more backups like further down the road, and keeping it in this extra cabinet that we have. And it allows me then to organize. It allows me to look. I can come here, open this up, see what we have. I can go up there, open it up, see what I have. And then as I buy new things, here's the key right here. As you go to the grocery store and you have your list and you go and you purchase more things or more backups or things, don't just rotate them here. You need to go to your, in my case, would be going upstairs to the bonus room, going to the cabinet, and whatever items that I had just purchased, they're going into the back of that cabinet. And if I need them down here, the things in the front of that cabinet are coming out, and I'm bringing them here to the workable pantry, where our every day, every week food is being pulled out. So yes, it's an extra step. But if you stay consistent with that, it just becomes automatic. It's just a way of life at that point. And it's going to save you a lot of time and trouble down the road when you're just looking at messes. Like, what have I done to this thing? What, you go to your backup area and you're looking in and you're just like, what have I done? What? There's no sense and rhyme or reason to anything. So let me just encourage you to stay organized, especially when you're starting off. Because if you develop bad habits from the beginning, what's going to happen when your operation is larger, right? It's going to be bad habits, and it's going to be way harder to control. So start your habits, your good habits, right off the gate. Now, for those of you that have been doing this a while, and you might be kind of cringing, like, he's hitting a nerve. Jerry, you're hitting my nerves now, because I'm like that now. I've got tons of stuff, and I've been prepping for years, and I don't know what I have. I don't know what there is, and there could be stuff living in there. I don't know. But so take the time. And I know it's hard. Sometimes you're just going to have to just drop back and punt, right? Let's drop back and let's just take an inventory of everything we have. Let's organize. Let's dust it. Let's clean it, right? Keep your areas clean, disinfected, organized. You don't want critters camping out and things in where your food stores, right? Keep things neat, clean, in the proper containers. And those are all things that you could research for better containers and things that you can. Whether they're glass or food grade buckets or different specially food made materials. So that's it, guys. I just wanted to stop in. I wanted to be an encouragement to you for the new preppers, for the preppers that have been doing this for maybe a couple years, and maybe even the preppers that have been doing this a while. And the reminder that we're safe, we're good. I appreciate your thoughts and that your concerns for us. And just let that be a reminder too. No matter where you live in life, there's always something that Mother Nature or human beings or something that can create something out of nothing sometimes, and before you know it, you're in a situation, right? You're in an SHTF situation. So just let that be reminders. Let this be an encouragement to you, and I will definitely catch you guys all throughout the week this week, okay? You guys have a great rest of the weekend.